The man who has mounted an elephant will not fear the bark of a dog. A book is like a garden carried in the pocket. If you are up to your knees in pleasure, then you are up to your waist in grief. It is easy to forget a kindness, but one remembers unkindness. Under the mountains is silver and gold, but under the night sky, hunger and cold. An ounce of practice is worth 1,000 words. Without love, everything is in vain. Non-violence is the supreme law of life. Love from someone bad is worse than his hatred. Pearls are of no value in a desert. When money is not a servant, it is a master. Better to have a diamond with a few small flaws than a rock that is perfect. Alertness and courage are life's shields. Every dog is a tiger in his street. Use the medicine as well as prayers. For the friendship of two, the patience of one is required. You do not stumble over a mountain, but you do over a stone. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. A guilty conscience is a hidden enemy. He who works as a slave eats like a king. What is now in the past was once in the future. I had no shoes and complained until I saw a man who had no feet. To control the mind is like trying to control a drunken monkey that has been bitten by a scorpion. Blaming your faults on your nature does not change the nature of your faults. The spouse of a woman is a man, the spouse of a man is his livelihood. To loan is to buy troubles. There are three uncertainties: woman, wind, and wealth. Like the body that is made up of different limbs and organs, all moral creatures must depend on each other to exist. To quarrel with a man of a good speech is better than to converse with a man who does not speak well. I met 100 men going to Delhi and everyone is my brother. What was hard to bear is sweet to remember. Don't eat your bread on someone else's table. Don't delay today's work until tomorrow. Do not blame God for having created the tiger, but thank Him for not having given it wings. Happy is the woman whose husband does not speak to her. The eyes do not see what the mind does not want. The money you dream about will not pay your bills. Poverty destroys all virtues. When we take one step toward to God, He takes 7 steps toward us. Among the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Don't bargain for fish which are still in the water. Walking slowly, even the donkey will reach Lhasa. Never do tomorrow what you can do today. Deceive me about the price, but not about the goods. A man without a woman is only half a man. Be careful with deep water and dogs that do not bark. Yesterday is but a dream, tomorrow but a vision. The first day a guest, the second day a guest, the third day a calamity. Everyone looking downwards becomes impressed with ideas of his greatness, but looking upwards, he feels his littleness. When a camel is at the foot of a mountain, only then judge his height. Life is not a continuum of pleasant choices, but of inevitable problems that call for strength, determination, and hard work. When you haven't asked for a friend, expect nothing but kicks. There is no hand to catch time. Don't delay today's work until tomorrow. Life is a bridge, cross over it, but build no house on it. It is better to be blind than to see things from only one point of view. To the mediocre, mediocrity appears great. To give jewels to a donkey is as stupid as giving a eunuch to a woman. 100 divine epics would not suffice to describe all the marvels of the Himalaya. A thief thinks everybody steals. Fish and guests smell when they are 3 days old. We can't change the direction of the wind, but we can adjust the sails. When money is not a servant, it is a master. Patience is the most beautiful prayer. Complaining is the weak man's weapon. Greed is the root cause of sorrow. If you are up to your knees in pleasure, then you are up to your waist in grief. You may look up for inspiration or look down in desperation, but do not look sideways for information. If a man from humble beginnings gets rich, he will carry his umbrella at midnight. He who has a true friend does not need a mirror. Pull someone by the ears and his head will follow. When you were born, you cried and the world rejoiced. Live your life in such a manner that when you die, the world cries and you rejoice. There is nothing noble in being superior to some other man. The true nobility is in being superior to your previous self. Great minds discuss ideas, medium minds discuss events, and little minds discuss people. Don't judge any man until you have walked 2 moons in his moccasins. You should not call in a cat to settle the argument of 2 birds. War is to men, childbirth is to women. They who give have all things, they who withhold have nothing. A man without money is like a bow without arrows. The way to overcome the angry man is with gentleness, the evil man with goodness, the miser with generosity, and the liar with truth. Certain things capture the eye, but pursue only those that capture the heart. When you drink milk under the palm tree, people will say that it is palm wine. It is love that makes the impossible possible. He who does not climb will not fall either. Where the needle goes, the thread follows. If they don't exchange a few words, father and son will never know one another.